Hello and welcome back to another episode of Shimrath Plays Caves of Qud. These are the continuing adventures of Yishwamod, the water merchant, the frog-man water merchant. We're recording live today from the conveyor belts of Golgotha, so you may hear a little bit of machinery working in the background, some vibrations and shuddering and maybe some buzzing noises, but just ambient sounds to keep you in the Caves of Qud frame of mind. Let's do something. I have an idea. Before we head out into the wilderness, let us find the important individuals in town and maybe do the water ritual. I don't think we've done that. I don't think we did a water ritual in the last playthrough. First thing we're going to do is look at the creature that we think we might want to do the water ritual with, because when you do the water ritual, you share your water with an individual. You become water siblings, water brother, water sister, and then you gain reputation with them. So when you gain reputation with a certain creature, if it's hated by another faction, that other faction will hate you because your reputation is increasing with someone that they hate, right? So you sometimes have to be careful, but I don't know if I've said this before in the game. I have no idea which factions we're supposed to be friends with later on, or which factions we're supposed to be enemies with later on, so it doesn't really matter. But for example, if there was someone here who was, say, hated by baboons, I have a bloody neck ring, which is going to allow me kind of safe passage through baboon territory. And if I do the water ritual with someone who the baboons hate, maybe then my reputation with the baboons will decrease enough that the bloody neck ring is no longer enough protection when I'm in their territory, and they start throwing rocks at me again. So little things to think about. I mean, really, honestly, if you're playing the game for the first time, you don't have to really worry about that, but let's do water ritual if we can. Okay, this is the warden, right? He's admired by the people of his town, so sharing water with him is only going to raise my reputation with the town. So I'm going to do that. It's going to cost me 1 dram of water to begin the water ritual. All right, I share my water with Warden Gaddaster and begin the water ritual. Now, my reputation with the Fellowship of Wardens has increased to by 100 to negative 50 because they admire the warden. My reputation with the villagers of Sapad increased by 100 to 100. Now, as a result, we call each other water sib, right? Water sibling. Our reputation, same, we already read that. So I can share a secret with him. I can basically, some of the secrets that I've already figured out by looking at the engraved things and talking to other people, I could share that secret with the warden to get 50 more reputation. Or I could ask them, I could spend my reputation to do it. I can't do these two because I still have a negative 50 reputation with the wardens, right? So I'm just going to split. I'm just going to say that the whole purpose of that was to increase my reputation with the town at large. And then let me look at this red lady, because I don't think we ever talked to her. Oh, Shimrath. Did we not? Loved by the villagers of Sapad. Disliked by oozes, disliked by crabs. Okay, so there's a good example. If I share water with Shwyrim, I will be disliked even further by oozes and crabs. I'm pretty sure I'm probably already disliked by both of them. So let's go ahead and do the water ritual with her. You share your water with Shwyrim and begin the water ritual. Your reputation with the villagers increased by 100 to 200. Now negative 600 rating with oozes. I am now despised by oozes, and negative 525 with crabs. So yeah, now what a savory smell. Teach me to cook the favorite dish of Sapad. I can learn to cook meat stem cake for 50 reputation points. Or I could ask them to teach me the butchery skill for 75. Or if I really wanted to, with all 200 of my reputation, I could get my water sister Shwairim to journey with me as a companion, right? I don't know how tough she is, but honestly, I think it'd probably safer if I just go it alone. I don't think I want to spend this yet. What I think I want to do is go and find the last important individual and do water ritual with them as well. So this is a good thing to do. You can, the person is usually here. Where they at? I think everybody just kind of moved locations, perhaps. That's the warden. Maybe here. The apothecary snores loudly. Okay, can't do a water ritual. No one knows Pax Clang's whereabouts. Okay, how did that come up? Why did that come up? I don't even know what that means. I'm not sure if it's my job to find them. Well, perhaps we have done enough as far as the water rituals are concerned, but we do have the ability to spend some of that stuff. So we could get harvestry or learn to cook the meal. Let's learn to cook the meal. I'm gonna chat once again. Oh, I would have to repeat the water ritual again. That's okay. 1 dram of water, I think it's worth it. Butchery would allow us to get meat from any sort of animal that we defeat. And the meat stem cake, maybe we'll do both of these. We can afford it. So we'll learn to do the meat stem cake. Now we have that recipe, and we've learned to cook it. And then we'll also learn the butchery skill. I wonder if I already have the butchery skill. Probably should have checked. You gain the activated ability to butcher corpses. Press A to use the activated abilities. Okay. Live and drink water, sister. Thank you for teaching me all these things. We're going to go ahead and hit A like it instructed us to. And now we have butcher corpse down here, right? So toggle to enable up here. Toggle to enable or disable the butchering of corpses. It's toggled on by default. So we're just going to escape back out and be on our way. One last thing before we go. I know I say that over and over again. We are going to go ahead and equip this electrified dagger because I did a little research between episodes. And oh, that was probably the wrong way to do it. And let me show you why. We'll go to the equipment. No, we did it correctly. Okay, in our right hand we have the folded carbide longsword, which will be our main means of attack. If you put a weapon in your other hand, if it's small enough to fit in your other hand, then there is just a basic 15% chance every time you attack in melee that you also attack, you get a hit in with your offhand weapon. So it doesn't hurt anything to have that other weapon. And then you can get skills later on to make this sort of 2-weapon fighting style work to your benefit. All right, now we are ready to go. So, we have not yet looked at the overland map, so we're going to do that for the first time now. We are here, and our quests are down here in the swamp and up here in the hills, so they're not terribly far away. And so, again, we have 2 choices. The exciting thing to do is just from here, from the map, just start arrowing towards wherever we're trying to go, and then go in and explore that region. But the farther you get from this village, the more dangerous things get. So I always have a tough time thinking, should I go ahead and try to embark and finish these quests, potentially drop in on a deadly encounter and not be able to escape from it, and then, thus ending the run? Or should I just venture in that direction from where I'm at, and hopefully the encounters that I run into on the way will sort of, get me to a level where I have more than 13 hit points by the time I arrive to explore these regions, right? I think, given the fact that we're still first level, we should probably stick close to home and and basically head up that direction. We have a choice. We can head down into the swampy area, or we can head into the hills. I don't remember which quest is which, but I think I might head down this way. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're just gonna walk from here to where we need to go. And since we're going south, we'll bid the village farewell, and we'll do our thing. Alright, if I take one more step, I'll be the farthest from home I've ever been. No, the way is blocked by some marl, so, okay, not gonna go that way. Same thing, same thing. Alright, apparently there's no way south from here. It's all marled up. Okay, so that's annoying. Let's see if we can go from south of the village. Maybe we can travel. Yeah, okay, we're able to go south from over here. So maybe we'll, oh, there's a honey skunk. Let's look. We may be in trouble, but we're not. So the honey skunk is neutral, so we'll just leave the honey skunk be. Here's a baboon. Looking at the baboon, we can see that the baboon is neutral. Why? Because we have a bloody neck ring, right? So we will just, okay, well, we'll go up, we'll go around the stench of the honey skunk that has sprayed, and it looks like maybe there's no way down here, so maybe out of luck as far as traveling south is concerned. Oh, somebody shot an arrow at me. Let's see who it was. Oh, the person has died. So apparently what happened, looking down here, you hit, because I can't see what it is. Okay, so I think I just had a combat between the two zones. So if I stand here, I see that there's a snapjaw corpse. So now I have a bow, which is one of the things I was looking for, right? I'm going to go ahead and grab the iron longsword just because it's iron, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to look at this hermit. Hide-sheathed hermit. The patchwork of ash and dirt-caked hides makes a gradient of flesh across the hermit's body. His hair has knotted into a rat's nest. He screams in a tongue of his own invention. He has engraved furs on and a steel longsword. The important thing is he's neutral. He's not going to try to start any trouble with me. Let's go ahead, wander this way, and then south. So you see that individual just below me? That is a novice of the Sightless Way. That's the creature that blew my head up in the last run. So because I can detect psychics, I know that he's there just on the other side of this barrier. I'm glad there's a barrier between he and I, but do I want to risk going down there? I think I do. I don't. Man, oh man, this is tough. Alright, let's see. That's a terrible creature to run into just right out of the gate here. Let me real quick see what I have in my equipment. I'm using the musket right now. I think what I'm gonna do is gonna probably come around the corner. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, I can't get over there to deal with the creature at all, so no worries about that. If I do find a way in, I'll go, and I think my plan is going to be to use pyrokinesis to light him on fire and then charge forward and attack him with my longsword. But I may not get a chance to do that if there's no way there. Ah, look what we have discovered. We've discovered stairs leading downward, which is an interesting. We've also discovered a two-headed boar. So let's shoot it. Let's not shoot it. Let's test our battle plan on this creature instead. Let's toast it So remember, toast is going to work over 3 rounds. And this thing is certainly going to charge me. So I think what we'll do is put it here. So for at least 2 rounds, he'll be in the area of the toast. Pressing spacebar. It is now hot there. Then we can, if we would like, fire at him. But I think we'll just wait. Let's see what happens. Alright, took a little bit more damage, and oh, even more damage. He's, I think, on fire right now. He's fine. He's fine? Okay, so I've caught him on fire and he's still fine. That's not a good sign. I'm gonna now fire my weapon. I actually shot it. I shot it for 10 damage. The flaming 2-headed boar rolls on the ground, I guess attempting to put himself out. I need to reload. I have reloaded. I'm going to fire again. And I hit him this time for 7 damage. Looking good. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is maybe spit slime on him. Yep, I'm going to spit slime right there. Blech! Alright, hoping that he would maybe fall down, something like that. And did it do any damage? I don't think the slime does any damage. But now I'm going to attack with the longsword. Alright. I killed it. Beautiful. Alright, as you can see up here, I'm 175 experience in, and I need 220 to get to the next level. So, I am immune to my own slime, so I'm going to go ahead and walk in this area, just see if there's a way in. Okay, it does not appear that there's a way to get to that creature on the other side. But what I'm curious about are these stairs leading down. We're fairly close to the village. I'm going to go look at these corpses on the ground. This is a snapjaw corpse, so we're going to go ahead and loot them. There's a woven tunic. And masterwork mace. We'll take the masterwork. I don't think I'm going to be picking up much armor because armor's heavy and I don't want to get overloaded too quickly. Remember, our strength is not that high. Here's a steel battle axe. Wow, spiked gauntlets. We'll grab those. I don't think I'll wear those. I don't think I'm going to wear anything that... and then I'll leave all this stuff. I don't think I'm going to be putting on equipment that messes up our ability to dodge. I think I'm going to try to keep our dodge value as high as we can. Right now I have a dodge value of 11. That's pretty good, I think. And we have an armor value of 2. So we're relying heavily on not getting hit, right? And I don't want to wear armor that brings this up only a slight bit to reduce this as well. So let's head down here because I feel like this is a good plan. We can explore down below in the caves, and we can come up and head north and go to the village anytime we need to sell stuff and get re-equipped, right? So here we go. It could get ugly. It could get ugly fast. One of the things I should have done is made sure all my... Ooh, look at this place. These walls are kind of made of that same shiny stuff that was in the village, so I'm curious. I meant to look at it. It's a marble wall. Snails and coral were crushed on the geologic press, painted into ribbons of impurity, and polished along the ideal plane. So, marble and marl walls. And we will see if this place is too dangerous for us or not. I don't know what happened. In the text down here, it tells me that the chain laser in Placement's laser beam fails to penetrate your armor, but it hits for 1 damage. I don't see this enemy that's shooting me, and that's not great. So I'm going to go back down the way I came and think about whether I should even walk into this place. If there's a laser shooting at me and I can't even see it, it's not the best scenario. I'm pressing 5 and just passing some time to get that hit point back. And then maybe I will go up here. I'm afraid to walk in here at all, and I'll tell you why. The chain laser failed to penetrate my armor, and I took 1 point of damage. I don't know how much damage this thing's going to do. It's a laser beam, right? It could do 13. If it penetrates my armor, it might do 13 points of damage and kill me outright. So I think that's the end of our exploration down here, because that's too scary. That's too scary for me. All right. Yeah. Risk management, I guess, is the name of the game. Let's continue south and see if we can find a way through. Salamander is neutral. I was thinking that these worms were going to be neutral, but they're not. These leeches are hostile. They're also tough. All right. I thought I died. I thought that was the end of the game, but actually what happened is I got to be level 2 by killing that leech. I'm just going to go ahead and pop up here. There's a boar chasing me. Before we do anything, this is the beauty of a turn-based game, is I don't have to do anything. I can instead go to my equipment and then bump over until I hit skills. Well, first of all, we just gained a level. We have 86 skill points to spend, and we have 1 mutation point. So we could bring up our space-time vortex or our pyrokinesis. I feel like pyrokinesis is the one that we're going to want to raise. Simply because that's going to be our sort of main line of attack, right? Is to burn people as they're running towards us. So select that, and it will cost 1 mutation point to increase pyrokinesis rank by 1. Do you wish to do this? Basically doubling the dice. Of course, I'd like to do that. All right. Mutation is now level 2. I have no more mutation points, but I have 86 skill points. So let's go real quick and look at our skills. I'd like to... oops. I guess... Where is it? Yeah, I like to close all these up as I look at them. Okay, so apparently cooking and gathering is something I have. Do I have this? I'm always so confused. I don't have 100 to be able to buy this, but I have the butchery skill already. So remember, I learned butchery using the water ritual, so I kind of bypassed whatever I would need to get to it by learning it that way. Persuasion, I have snake oiler. This is part of being a water merchant. For the purpose of bartering, my ego is treated as though it were 4 points higher, right? So that's another thing that I have. Wayfaring, I have the ability to make camp. And these blue headings are the only ones that I can afford right now. Excuse me, as I'm burping over here. So with 50, I could buy short blade expertise, but I'm using a long sword, so that's probably not smart. Tactics, I could buy tactics and I would automatically get hurdle, which means I receive no penalty to dodge value when I'm sprinting. I think I'll probably save it for something else. I could also get cudgel, but I'm not using a cudgel-like weapon, nor am I using an axe. And acrobatics is the next one. You gain +5 bonus to your dodge value when flinching away from missile attacks. So I could spend 75 now to get acrobatics, and I would automatically get swift reflexes, which would give me an even higher dodge value against missiles, right? I think, again, I'm probably going to wait and get into like the maybe two-handed fighting and stuff like that. So right now I'm not going to spend any more. What we're going to do is we're going to toast the area. We're going to toast and roast our enemies. I think... Oh! I pressed 5. Try that again. I got my fingers in the wrong spot on the number pad there. I think I want to toast it just like this. And we'll let these creatures run through it. Alright, he is through, so I'm going to start attacking him. I guess I could zoom. Should I be zooming in for combat? Well, you can really zoom a lot, can't we? Alright, let's see. Against the boar. The flaming boar takes 1 damage from the fire you started. Oh, and now look here also. You hit for 1 damage with your folded carbide longsword, and you hit for 1 damage with your electrified bronze dagger. So that was an example of that offhand weapon kicking in, even though they both only did 1 point of damage, which is not great. Alright, boar is dead. now I can move down here and look at the leech. Leech is hostile. Why isn't it coming towards me? There, now it is. I believe that... Okay, very good. Alright, let's zoom back out. There we go. I don't know if zooming in for the combats is a good idea or not. Alright, there's a road. There's a corpse. I just picked up a salamander corpse. So I'm going to go to my inventory. I'm going to drop that salamander corpse. No reason to carry that around. Nasty mess. There's a turtle, irritable tortoise. Pretty sure he's going to be hostile. Yes, hostile and aggressive. Some more leeches here. I think what I'm going to do is go to my inventory. I think I'm going to equip the short bow instead of the musket. And let's just equip some regular old arrows. And we'll start shooting. Alright, we're now level 3. And we're covered in blood as well. So, let's go and look at what we have now. Now with our mutation points, I don't believe we could bring pyrokinesis up because of our level. Yeah, you may not advance this mutation yet. So instead of raising space-time vortex, we're only going to use in a pinch, and making it better only changes how long it takes to do the cooldown. So we're not going to advance that. Instead, we are going to save our mutation points. Attribute points, we have 1, so we can raise an attribute. Oh, how dare you push the wrong button. We can raise our strength, we can raise any of them. If we raise our ego to 18, we'll get a +1, and I believe that will make both of our mental mutations higher level. But is pyrokinesis a mental mutation? I don't know, I'd have to look that up. Let me go look that up. Okay, you know, the place to go to look things up is the Caves of Qud wiki. So yes, pyrokinesis and space-time vortex are both mental mutations. So raising my ego will certainly bump those up. So I think it'll bring pyrokinesis to 3 and space-time vortex to 1, because it'll add your ego modifier to the level of the mutation. Willpower and toughness are weak spots, but maybe we can live with that. Could raise our agility, and that would make our dodge value and ability to hit in combat better. But I think we're going to go with the ego. Let's say yes. Ego 18. Okay, it did not increase pyrokinesis, so maybe I was wrong about that. It did increase space-time vortex, so let's look at pyrokinesis. Yes. It is increased by +1 due to my high ego, but it's also capped at 2 due to my level. So this ego boost will come into play at the next level. It's just restricted now because of my level. And we also have 172 skill points now. So let's figure out what we want to do here. I think we want to concentrate on, is it... You think it's under long blades? No. Maybe it's acrobatics? No. I'm trying to find the... Yeah, oh, it's right there. Dual wield, right in front of my face. It costs 300 to even get into the dual wield, right? When you do, you spend 300, you immediately get flurry and offhand strikes, right? And then you want to... If you want to get ambidexterity and 2 weapon fighting, you're going to have to get to a 21 agility, which we already have, up to a 25. So by the time I get there, I may have a 25 agility. So yeah, that's that. I think maybe I might just save. I might just save up my points for right now and not blow them on anything. All right. Well, I'd say that we've had an okay trip into the wilderness so far. Let's kind of creep up here and see what's going on. Somebody's having a little fight over here. The turtle. The turtle is having a fight with the ram. The ram folks. Okay, this is a corpse of a leech. And here's another leech. Oops, that leech just ran right by me. Apparently he hates him worse than he hates me. I'm fine with that. Comes the honey skunk to get in on the fun. I'm wondering, yeah, I can go up. Okay, so I need to be careful here because if you remember, up here is where the novice of the sightless way was. We can take out these snap jaws, but as we venture up here, we're definitely going to get in a scrap with that creature. Maybe Yishwamod is a cousin of Hashrashram and seeking revenge on the local novice of the sightless way. So maybe we'll make it our priority, our goal, to go and destroy him. I think we're about at the time limit for an episode. I try to keep these to about a half an hour. So let's call this an episode, and in the next episode we will defeat these snapjaws and make our way to the north to see about this novice of the sightless way. See if Yishwamod will defeat him and avenge his fallen cousin, or if Yishwamod will join the list of the fallen who have had their heads exploded by the cultists of the sightless way. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you in the next episode.